Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to be testing out the Crown Royal Whiskey Barrel Chunks, okay? We also bought the Crown Royal pellets, and we're going to be testing those out at a later date. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take these barrel wood chunks from Crown Royal, and these wood chunks are the actual barrels in which Crown Royal is made in, okay? So it's supposed to impart some type of whiskey or Crown Royal type flavor. These are oak barrel pieces, okay? And we're going to be using these in the pit barrel cooker. I already got the pit barrel going right now, so we're going to hang our chicken in it in a few minutes, okay? So, but what I want to tell you, what I found on the website is that it says that when the barrels are empty, the distinct characteristics of Crown Royal is left behind in the wood. All right. Said now you're supposed to be able to infuse those flavors into your foods when you're barbecuing. All right. These are 100% wood chunks from retired Crown Royal whiskey barrels, and the unique flavor profile of Canadian whiskey, oak, vanilla, and expanded flavor selection equates to more taste. Of course, that's what the website says. Okay, so we will test that out ourselves. But what I want to do is I want to smell this wood without it being infused with the charcoal. We got Kingsford charcoal in the PBC. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to light this wood here so that we can smell the wood by itself. Okay, let me move this bag here, and you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I got a piece of the wood, and I'm just hitting the corner of it. So, and it's starting to smoke, and it lights pretty easy. So there's the smoke. Oh, now that is a unique smell. If that flavor comes off across in the chicken, that's going to be really nice. It's got an oakiness to it because these are oak barrels, but there's something else there. I can't tell if it's a whiskey or whatever, but there's another flavor there. So we're ready to try out and see how this thing comes out. So come on over. We're going to go ahead and prep this chicken right quick. We're going to get it on the hooks, and we're going to get it in the PBC, and we'll see how these Crown Royal Premium Oak Barrel wood chunks turn out. Okay, let's go. All right, guys, like I mentioned before, here are our two chicken halves, and we're going to put a hook in one of them. We're going to put a hook in both of them, actually. But one of them we're not going to season, all right? So we'll put this one on the side as the one that's not being seasoned. And we'll go ahead and put the hook in this one now, under the bone, through the skin, all right? And now we're gonna go ahead and season this. So all I have here is salt, pepper, and garlic, simple SPG. Because even though we're seasoning this one, I still want to see how the flavor comes through. Hopefully I cut that drumstick a little loose from the rest of the body, so hopefully it hangs in there and don't fall in the fire. So all right, simple. Let's get underneath this wing here. All right, so let's get these bad boys on the pit barrel. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get our Crown Royal wood chunks in here. See, we got 4 wood chunks here, and these have already been charred too. I guess they're charred barrels when they do the whiskey, because some of the soot is coming off on my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here, one on top of the fire, a couple around the edges, so we can get some good smoke. And we're gonna let that smoke for about 10 to 15 minutes before we put our chicken on. So hang around. All right, guys, so our blocks have been going about 10 to 15 minutes. We've got some nice smoke rolling here, so hopefully it's not too thick. So we're gonna hang the one that has no seasoning on it on this side, and we're gonna hang the other one that is seasoned on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and close it up. So we're starting to get a little fire, and we'll come back and check this in about an hour and a half. All right, guys, our chicken has hit an internal temperature of 165 degrees. So we'll go ahead and take these off. Let's see what they look like. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yep, that is nice there. Got a great aroma to it too. All right, let's get these bad boys on the cutting board. All right, here's our first one. Nice and purty. Let's get the other one off. All right. So you remember one of them had the seasoning on it and one of them don't. This one here we just want to taste, see if we can taste the Crown Royal whiskey chunks. So we're gonna give these a few minutes to rest and we'll cut into them and we'll go ahead and have our taste test. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you a close-up look at the chicken. That SPG on the skin looks fantastic. Love the color that this chicken got from the PBC. I'm assuming it's from the Crown Royal wood chunks. And this one here, even though it doesn't have any SPG on it, look how leathery the skin is. That nice mahogany color. I'm looking forward to tasting these. All right, let's take a taste test. Let's go ahead and cut some samples off. So here's our, it looks a little dry. Maybe I should have brined it or marinated it, but the skin is really crispy. It looks a little dry, even though it came off at 165. So this is the one that has seasoning on it. Let's cut into this breast here. It's the one that's should be just smoke. I'm cutting into bone. I apologize, guys, but it smells really, really smoky. I love smoky chicken. So, oh, I'm cutting into a bone. That's why, guys. The wishbone. Okay. So it's a little drier than I wanted. And maybe I could have brined it or marinated it first. But let's go ahead and have a taste test and stop me from tearing the chicken all up. All right, guys. So I got my two samples here. So it does have a different smell to it than I normally get off of any other wood. It's pretty strong. Um, let's see what we got here. It smells different. I can't put my finger on it. It could be the whiskey flavor or the aromatics from the oak, but it definitely smells different. Okay, let's have a taste. Now that's interesting. The piece of chicken that didn't have any seasoning on it, I still get some sweetness from it, the smoke flavor, the oakiness from it. So the Crown Royal premium barrel wood chunks did add some great flavor to this chicken. It's not overpowering, it's pretty subtle, but it is really good. That chicken is nice and sweet, and it does have a base of oakiness to it. So yeah, that's pretty good. So that did a really good job. So let's taste the chicken that I actually seasoned with some SPG. Now with the SPG and the sweetness and the smokiness of the Crown Royal wood chunks, that is really, really good. So I really like that. So I'll be using those Crown Royal wood chunks in more cooks. So I guess I'll to rate them from 1 to 10, I'll give them about an 8. So a 8, 8.5. They really do a good job. It's not overpowering. It's nice and subtle. It's a nice little smokiness, nice little oakiness to it, a little sweetness there. And I think it really does the job really, really well. So I'm interested in seeing how these perform in the gravity fed 980 with these put down in the ash basket and see exactly how much of the oakiness and the sweetness is imparted into the food. We may do that on some ribs in the near future, okay? So, well, that was a good cook. So now I will admit that the chicken did come out a little dry, like I thought it looked when I cut it. So no sense in putting 50 comments in the bottom that the chicken was dry. I'm admitting that the chicken was dry. The next time I'll have to inject it with something or brine it in order to get the full juiciness and effect for the chicken. Okay, so but the PBC as usual, cooked chicken fantastic. We took it up to 165 degrees internal, and it cooked without any problems. I love the PBC. If you're in the market for one, don't hesitate. Check out the folks over at Pit Barrel Cooker. They have a wide variety of pit barrels for you to check out. I think they still even have the ones that have the veteran emblems on it for Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, so forth and so on. So check out the guys at Pit Barrel Cooker if you're interested in getting one of these. Okay. Well, that's all we have time for today. I'll put a link down in the description block on where you can get the Crown Royal premium barrel wood chunks if you're interested in trying these out. Like I said, I got them from Home Depot. I didn't see if they were on Amazon, but I'll check and see if I can find a link for you guys and put it down there if I can find one. Okay. And once again, if you're interested in some Bad Beast Barbecue merchandise, check out www.badbeastbarbecue.com. Okay, sign up on the mailing list so you know when we have new videos and new recipes coming out, and also check out our laser engraving site, Precious Engravings. We have that on Etsy. I'll put a link down in the description block. Barbecue season for some of you guys are coming up. If you want a custom cutting board or a gift or something of that nature, hit us up. We'll definitely take care of you. Okay. Well, that's all we have time for today. Hey, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker. Mm, mm. Rain on, my brothers. Rain on.